My name's Andy Margett, I'm 40 years old, married with 3 children, and I'm from Derby. This year I've got involved and I've just recently got a full-time job with a company called Addict Risk Management, which deal with trying to reduce gambling harm within various sectors, financial sector, professional sports, and my role is going to be education facilitator. I'm going around state schools up and down the country, sharing my story as I'm doing now with educational pieces as well around Epic and what they do, and giving people facts and figures, giving them an informed choice, not telling people not to gamble. I think that's the wrong kind of message that we want to do. I want to give people all the facts basically of what gambling can be like and the harms that are associated with it as well. It's been fun, it's been amazing. I'm still pinching myself now, and by being honest, by being raw, by being open, I think it's a way forward with returns education, because we talk about dangers of drugs, alcohol, smoking, STIs in school, and you get all the facts around that. Not enough around gambling. I mean, once you're 16 on National Lottery, you can go and gamble, or 18, anywhere else. You just bump, you're there. Especially if you're like a university student for the first time you're away from home and you think, oh, it's a fun thing to do. You probably don't understand the facts and stuff around it and the possible harms related to it. And we at Epic try and reduce gambling harm, and hopefully people see the benefits of it and our education, and it hits home to people that it can be a serious addiction, it can be a serious problem. But I've never had a bad childhood, and my mum and dad both worked and had high work ethic. I always had a high work ethic as well. I worked in industry, so Toyota I used to work for at the manufacturing plant there, worked for Rolls-Royce briefly as well, and Kuhn-Nagel, massive logistics company. So I'm off the shop floor, so to speak, like a warehouse. So with gambling addiction and living experience, it can happen to absolutely anybody. We all could be quite vulnerable at times with regards to gambling, and I think lived-in experience is very vital to people in recovery, and for the industry as well, and for the gambling industry, and for clinical industry like NHS and stuff as well, and various other charities as well. You can't substitute lived-in experience, and I think it's vital for people who I think it's massive to come together and have a consensus and build platform where we can make gambling safer, minimise the harm associated with gambling, and if you need treatment and stuff as well, utilise lived-in experience as well. Our CEO, he's a gambling addict, recovering gambling addict, however you want to describe yourself really. We've also got 3 other people as well who deliver around the education as well. One's an ex-pro footballer, one's an ex-rugby union player, one's an ex-cricket professional and former teacher in private schools and places like that as well. So we cover, with our CEO, he was a former bank manager, professional sports, and obviously with myself now I was state educator and stuff like that. So we're trying to go into different vulnerable areas, high risk areas, so obviously financial sector, professional sports, and definitely within the schooling system and colleges and universities as well, so that they're the high risk sectors for potential gambling and harm, and that's where we try to tailor the education. Message, I would say, someone who may be struggling and you think you're alone, you're not alone at all. You can get help, there is help and hope out there. Open up and talk, be honest. It might be the most difficult conversations you'll ever have, but there's no shame, there's no stigma. I was like you once. I've been at that rock bottom, I've been struggling, I've been lying, cheating, stealing. I don't know if you might be or not, but we've all got one common theme: we hid this. It's a hidden addiction. You can't see it. You can see the effects in drugs and alcohol. In gambling, you hide it for so long. Get help. Speak out, tell somebody you're struggling.